If you are new here, welcome to my world. It's woo. I'm back in the building. Anyway, for this video today, I'm gonna be really talking my stuff when it comes to a certain TV show. If you know, you know. If you spent your time, your years, or your young lesbian youth years, you already know what show I'm talking about. Orange is the New Black. Yeah. When rewatching it, there's certain things and people and situations that I actually hate now. First thing on the list is why on earth did we see everybody that was like background characters? We saw new people's story before seeing the old people's story. And then once y'all showed the old character story, it was like, we're not really tapped in for real. Let's be real. Whenever we saw that new warden in like season 6, season 7, we saw her background story before seeing like I don't know whose story it was. While this new bitch being the warden, we're seeing her story before other characters in there that we've actually developed a relationship with. But I just feel like, why are we seeing irrelevant people here? If you're going to show somebody's background story, you should have showed some of the guards, not the irrelevant guards. We should have saw Mr. Pirate with the one leg. Arr, matey. Instead, I think actually we only saw a little bit of his story and that was it. And then he was gone from the show. That's number 2 for me. Why on earth did some of the people that we actually liked or that actually had an impact on the show or their character did, or either their character actually had an impact on the show because of who they were tied with, poof, disappear. Poof, disappear. We don't get no like full explanation. No, are they gonna come back? It literally just went, he's gone, he left her. Da, 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 being Dahlia. The third or fourth thing on my list really is Dahlia. Dahlia actually used to be my favorite character when I first watched the show. Baby, I got so many words for this lady. And they're not nice. Honestly, I feel like her character had so much potential, but once the guard left, she changed. Everything just changed. Her whole dynamic changed. The whole show changed. Like the whole dynamic of the show changed, really. And that's getting into my 5th thing, to be honest with you. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. For the 4th thing, though, I really felt like Dahlia actually pushed the guard away. Yes, they had to come up with a way to explain how she got pregnant or whatever, whatnot. Or they're going to have to figure out where the baby is going to stay because she definitely can't stay with my people, being Dahlia, because look where her mama's at. Me and mama in the same jail cell. Yeah, the baby can't be with us. So we're going to have to make some shape. Of course, he should have definitely been man enough to stay either way it goes, regardless of her pushing him away or not. But the situation was sticky. It was already a messy, sticky way. It was already messy stickawation. Did I just make something up? Anyway, it was a messy situation from the giddy up, but still, you just left the baby. No call, no text, no commissary, no nothing. Like, damn, niggas ain't shit. Next is what I was just talking about a little bit. Being the dynamic of the show definitely changed once Poussey passed and once the new guards came in and once just they changed everything. Like, I don't know about y'all, but I lost interest. I really, really did because I'm like, damn, everybody's split up now. Are we even going to see the other ladies? That's another thing that pissed me off. I'm getting ahead of myself, just rethinking about it. But anyway, whenever just watching the show, I'm like, damn, what's next now? They literally are splitting everybody up. Piper's being Piper. Like, what are they going to do now in the show? I guess they did the show how they did it because of the time of events that was going on in real life during that time because of the Black Lives Matter movement. It was just so much going on. So I guess they were just going with everything that was going on around them to, bring in the audience and, reflect relatability. But all that and then some. Still, the dynamic of the show just changed. I don't know. It just, not saying it was supposed to be a happy-go-lucky show, but it just kind of lost its to me. Things that I like, didn't like, characters that I like, didn't like. Everything's different to me now. Okay, so number one on the list goes Nikki. Nikki used to be my favorite, literally my all-time favorite character, mainly because of the accent. I love that thick ass accent. Oh my goodness. New York. Is it a New York accent or is it a New Jersey accent? It's a northern accent. Just know that. I really just hate that we didn't get to see a lot of her story until like I want to say the middle of the show for real. And even then, like she disappeared. She was in Max. And I'm like, damn, why didn't we see the time while she was in Max? We didn't see her in Max until she was about to move back into the community. So we like, damn, what the hell? Morello and her was in game to me when I was younger. Now, Nikki dodged a bullet, baby. Nikki dodged a bullet. Next, Tasty. I loved Tasty when first watching the show. I loved her demeanor up until Pusey passing. Then after that, her ego definitely got the best of her. But at the end of the day, I understood why she was pushing so heavily on, justice for Pusey. I love that she fought. She fought to the end, but at the same time, maybe if she didn't do what she did, everybody would have ended up still together and they didn't have to split anybody. But then again, and Tasty had a chance. She had a couple chances to be out and do better for herself. So it hit home that she had to stay there forever in the very end. Ooh. Ooh. Anyway, scratch that. Now when rewatching the show, I see Tasty in a different light. Like I feel like eventually when watching the show, it seemed like Tasty really was just a do girl, to be honest with you, and she dogged her friends for it. Whoever was telling her what to do, she was going to do it. And that's why she stopped talking to Pusey. That's why she stopped talking to Cindy and everybody else until they joined the clique. And that's what made me like stop messing with Tasty for real. And I'm like, damn, you're not a real friend for real. When, where, what, where, how, do girl. Since Tasty ain't my favorite anymore, it's probably Caputo, low key. Caputo is probably my favorite because he really tried to fight for the girls at the end. And even during like the prison, like he was doing some questionable things for a minute there, but it's because he got a smell of power, which that's not an excuse, but still. At the end of the day, I still fuck with Caputo. Next on my list is Alex. God, Alex. I already felt a little biased about Alex because I love her on that 70s show. So I'm like, I'm already gonna love her on Orange is the New Black. And I did. I did love her on Orange is the New Black. Yes, she was a very, very shitty and toxic character, especially the Piper and her snitching on her. It was just a whole thing. And then for them to get married, yeah, baby, it was a whole thing. But Alex ain't my favorite anymore. She was my favorite back then, but now, no. My faves will probably be Caputo, Pusey, Nikki, and Reznikov. Red. The last thing on the list that I have like a different opinion about, I guess, is Piper. Honestly, Piper. Whenever I first watched the show, I felt sorry for her. Like when I first watched the show, I actually felt sorry for Piper. I always felt like, damn, they was picking on Piper. Piper's just trying to help. Piper this, Piper that, but and then me being so toxic, 16, being 16, 15, watching the show, and being like, God, Alex and Piper, they're in game. That's what I want to be. Baby, I don't want to be in a situationship, especially theirs. But anyway, but when it comes to Piper in general as a character, I hate her. I cannot stand her. I wanted her to every season. Is that bad? Like, not that, but I just wanted her to be out the show. Not saying she's a bad actress herself, but Piper, the character, God, she was whiny, she was narcissistic, she was a manipulator. Like, the list can go on. Like, main thing with her was she had to be the victim. She genuinely succeeds on pissing you off. So I guess She brings a lot of emotion to us as the audience. So I mean, she's doing her job. Let me know if y'all agree, disagree, if I should do a more in detail deep dive on Orange is the New Black. Because I feel like I could talk about this for hours or debate on it for hours. But let me know. I think that's a wrap. Cut.